Investigators say they have run down every lead and still have no answers less than a year after a young woman was shot and killed near an encampment in North Austin. For the latest episode of our streaming series Unsolved Central Texas, KXAN's Avery Travis sat down with the Austin detectives to figure out who killed Gabrielle Williams. Avery, welcome to the show. Thank you for being with us this afternoon. But I want to begin by hearing more about what stood out to you from that conversation with these investigators.
Right. You know, this is actually the most recent case that we've profiled on Unsolved, because usually by the time detectives are coming to talk to us, they've run down every lead. But this happened just under a year ago. Detectives say they don't have any viable leads, and so they're actually hoping that the public will potentially be able to help. So to remind you, this happened late one night, April 2025. 911 calls reported a shooting in the woods off of Runberg Lane. When officers arrived, they found 20-year-old Gabrielle Williams on the sidewalk unresponsive. Her boyfriend had carried her from the encampment where she had been shot. Detectives say that area was very dark. They said there were essentially no access to cameras or some of the other tools that they normally have when they're investigating a crime. And also, the camp has now been cleared out, and so many of the people who were living there at the time have moved.
It's been hard to try to track people down and try to do like a follow-up interview. We did as many interviews as we possibly could the night that it happened and following days, but then if more questions come up, we want to be able to find these people to be able to conduct further interviews.
And sometimes, you know, to add to that, that people will be reluctant to talk to us initially, you know, out of fear. This is a very, very tragic and traumatic event, but eventually, you know, after a few months or so, if they've calmed down a bit, they may be a little more inclined to provide a full interview. And again, with displacement, it's very, very difficult to track people down.
You know, Will, specifically, they said they would also like to follow up with Gabrielle's boyfriend. They talked to him early on in the case, and they would like to hear more, but need to find him. The other thing we talked a lot about with these detectives is how they try to earn the trust of people that they need to interview, whether those are people who are unhoused or in other communities who might have reasons to be a little nervous about, you know, submitting a report to the police.
So there aren't many details about who is responsible for this killing, but what about the motivation for it? Have they found any kind of leads about what led to this? You
know, not really, and that's part of what dominated the conversation. Was they're just looking for any tip, any small detail that could point them in the right direction. They said that really everyone they had spoken to so far in this case had nothing but positive things to say about Gabrielle. You know, they said she was loved, and everyone they spoke to really enjoyed being around her. No obvious reason for any kind of, you know, fight or discontentment. One of the detectives noted how young she is, that she had her whole life ahead of her, which is part of what's, you know, just so heartbreaking about this case in particular, and part of why they're pushing so hard. You know, to try to make it easier for people to come forward and get tips, they actually put out this QR code with a picture of Gabrielle in hopes that maybe being able to just scan that QR code would help people come forward. So you can actually scan that QR code. It's up on our website. Lastly here, I'll note, Will, that she also went by Lil Bit. So if you know her as Lil Bit, maybe not as Gabrielle, police say that that might help. They're asking you to scan that QR code and come forward. You can find it on our website, KXAN.com.
And we hope this helps in some way. But Avery Travis, thanks again for being with us.